So in the last 30 days, my online course business generated about $30,000 in profit. While all this time I was traveling across Europe with my car. And that is the beauty about this business model. And today I want to share the things that I've learned starting from complete zero just 15 months ago and making over $500,000 with online courses in all this time. Get rich quick. So many people think that selling online courses is a way to get rich quick. And I totally understand why. On the surface, it looks like very simple business model, right? You build a course once and then you can sell it thousands of times. But to create a good course, it takes a lot of time up front. And also, if you want to do this properly, you have to constantly update the course and make it better and better as time goes on. And that is how best products in the world are created. The improvement never ends. Well, unless you're creating Nike Air Forces or something like that, where a timeless product could be manufactured over and over again, right? Also, if you want to do online course business properly, you have to host some sort of online community where people that join the course could hang out and get support from you. Personally, I would not recommend doing it the other way, right? Just giving a course and not having some sort of community is a no-go, especially if you want your members and customers get good results. Just think about it, right? Like when your course customers get results, they share those results within the community, other members see that and they get much more inspired to go and get the results themselves because they see somebody who just started a course, maybe at the same time, maybe that person looks like them, and they see that they got results. You start to believe that is possible. And that belief makes you take action, and the action gets you the outcome that you want. So community is crucial, and not just giving the video lessons and then, that's it, and leaving them with video lessons. You have to have some sort of community. More content equals more value. This is the mistake that I made and I see a lot of people making. They think that by having a lot of lessons in their course somehow makes it more valuable. Actually, the more lessons you have, the less likely that you get a good completion rate for your course because people can get overwhelmed not knowing even where to get started. The value of an online course is the transformation your customer/student get. And to achieve that transformation, you can give them 5 lessons or you can give them 100 lessons. But if you are an experienced course creator, you'll know that it's much better to give them as minimal lessons as possible because the more information equals more complexity, which delays the action. And action is what you want your customers do, right? Taking action on the information you got is the most important thing, not constantly just watching the videos and trying to consume more and more information. You learn the most as you take action. But of course, to take that action, you need some sort of information. So providing as minimal information as possible is the best thing you can do actually as a course creator. So for example, with the new program that I launched about a month ago, I applied this concept, right? And I noticed that my completion rate for the course significantly improved and the program members had much better experience and got much better results. So I'll give you an example, right? My program teaches how to capture attention on social media, how to create content, how to grow your audience, especially for short-form platforms like Instagram. And then I show them how to create a back-end monetization systems and how to monetize their audiences with digital products. Essentially, it teaches everything that I've done and I'm still doing it till this day. So instead of making a module called Instagram Growth or Instagram Branding, I made a module called From Zero to 10,000 Followers Hub. And that means if you are below 10,000 followers, that is the only module you should be watching. That way you simplify the process for your members. They immediately know what they need to watch, what action they need to take, and what outcome they need to get in order to move forward. Because until they get that result, they do not need to watch or consume anything else. If you want to sell an online course successfully, do not spend months building that course and then trying to sell it. Start with as minimal product as possible, which leads me to the third insight. Start with organic content and MVP, minimal viable product. So using platforms like Instagram and creating content there, you can easily gather the attention pretty fast. And that would be the first step towards building an online course business. And this video, I'm not gonna teach you how to grow your audience on Instagram, how to create content, how to get started, but I left a link in the description for a completely free course called Personal Brand Framework. It's going to teach you how to get started on platform like Instagram and grow a brand there pretty rapidly. Over the past 50 months of me running this online course business and working with hundreds of other creators to help them start their own online course business, I created a blueprint that allows anyone to launch their online course with as little friction as possible. And this is exactly what I would do if I started from zero. So first thing what I would do is I would do my life audit. I would want to see what skills and experiences that I already have, or the things that I'm good at, or the things that I overcame. So for example, if you lost a bunch of weight, that is a valuable experience and story that you can share with others. Also, this story and experience that you have could be turned into a product. And you can design that product just as you want. It doesn't have to be a generic weight loss course, weight loss ebook, or 6-week belly burner program. So before we start, we want to know a few things. What have we done, and if what we've done could be valuable to other people? And most of the time, if you learned some sort of skill or went through some sort of challenge, that means hundreds of thousands or even millions of people want to learn that skill and are going through exact same challenge that you went through. So once we know that, we can start by creating short-form content on social media. It's going to build that first attention pipeline. And then we can direct that attention to some sort of lead capture mechanism, like a lead magnet, so we can build an email list of like-minded people who want to learn that skill you're talking about or overcome that challenge that you overcame. You would start creating content by simply looking at the content that is already working for similar creators. So you are making and iterating upon the proof of concept, because there's no point of trying to, throw stuff at the wall in the beginning. You can already see what is gaining the most reach in your space. If you're in fitness space, you go into other fitness creators and see what type of video styles are working. There's no point for you to reinvent the wheel, especially when you get started. As you get started, you want to iterate upon what's already working by adding your own unique spin. And as the time goes on, you're going to develop your own style. But you're definitely not going to develop a style at the start. You want to start with a style that is already working. And then as you're doing that, as you're creating and publishing content, make sure you develop and launch some sort of mini product that is going to act like a lead magnet, so you can start building that email list. And that lead magnet could be anything. It could be a template on Notion. It even could be a video course, a small video course, or even an ebook. Anything of value that could turn your followers that you're gaining into email subscribers, because the value is in the list. The list that you built of email subscribers is gonna stay there with you forever. So start building it as early as possible. And once you grow this baseline, once you start growing your email list and you have good amount of emails, I would say between 500 to 1,000 emails already built of people that are clearly interested in the solution that you have, I would recommend to start launching your MVP, minimal viable product, and start monetizing. And the best and the easiest way to do that is literally take your free product that you used as a lead magnet and make it into a video course, right? So if it was a Notion template, turn that into a video course, right? And add a community access on top of that. So a community access where people can get one-on-one support from me. And then I would set a price for this product between $47 to $500, right? It totally depends on how comfortable you are charging certain amount of prices. But in the beginning, I would charge little. I would not charge too crazy high, just so you can get sales, right? So you can prove to yourself that you can make sales for this. And also to get customers so they can get results. And then you can leverage and use those results to increase the price and sell more of your product. That's what I did myself. In the beginning, my product was like 47, I think. Yeah, I think it was 47. And I raised the price over time as the results kept compiling and I kept getting more and more good results for my members. And that leads me to the fourth very important insight. And that is, you want to build your product along the way. So you start making sales for your first course. People are joining the community and they start asking you questions. And if you see that the question appears multiple times, the same question, you make a lesson addressing and solving that question. So whenever somebody new joins and ask you that question, you just point them out to that lesson and you repeat this cycle over and over again. And that way you build the best version of your product. And most importantly, realize that you want to do small improvements every day, right? So if there's something you need to do with your funnel, do it. If there's something you need to update inside the course curriculum, do it, right? Make sure there's no day that passes you by where you have not improved something or got more leads or done more marketing, right? These small things like, putting out content that drives more traffic into your lead magnet and builds your email list, or improving your sales funnel a little bit, or adding a new sales video. These small things over a long period of time, like a year, compounds big time. And the way I started 15 months ago is completely different compared to what I have now. The sales page, the sales funnel, the content that I make is totally different. And it's only because I made sure that every single day I've done something towards it to improve it. The product that I have right now is like version 5 compared to what I started with. Don't be afraid to promote yourself and your products. As a creative person myself, I had to learn this the hard way. I thought that if I just built a good product, people just gonna come out and buy, so I won't need to market it that much. And that is partially true. Having a good product is very important, right? More people gonna buy if your product is good. But you still need to remind your audience that your product exists. Don't think that they know about it if you just posted a few stories about it. Don't think that people gonna remember that. They have to be reminded about that constantly. Unfortunately, we live in a fast-paced world where people have options. And they're gonna forget very quickly what you have to offer. So you have to remind them. This is how you do it properly. This is how I do it. My personal advice is to create some sort of system that you follow, which sells your course directly and indirectly. It could be that you're doing one direct promotion for your online course every single month. So you have a clear schedule when that promotion is going to be done. Maybe it's by the end of the month, maybe it's by the middle of the month, or at the start of each new month. Also, what you can do is you can write weekly newsletters, or maybe even 2 to 3 email newsletters per week, or daily newsletters. What you can do is you can include small CTA, call to action, for your course by the end of each newsletter. So that's another touch point, which is indirectly and kind of directly promoting your course, right? It's not like a direct promotion to sell your course. You essentially provide value through a newsletter. By the end of the newsletter, you just remind people that, this thing exists, you can go out there and buy it. Then also having a schedule for your Instagram content, right? For your stories and for your posts. So, maybe you say that you're gonna promote your lead magnet on your story every single week or twice per week. And then, at the end of the funnel, that lead magnet sells your course, right? Or in your newsletter, you sell your course. Essentially, you want to make sure that every single day you're doing something to either directly or indirectly sell your course. So indirect selling would be, you're driving traffic from your Instagram to your lead magnet, and you're building your email list, and then eventually through that email list, you're selling your product, right? The same goes for, if you post your member results or your Instagram story. You just post the results and let people know that this is the results that your product got to your customers. That is kind of like indirect selling as well. So build good products, but don't forget to remind people that they exist. Don't compare yourself to others. You might look at people like Iman Gadzhi, Luke Belmer, and other guys who are just crushing it in the space, and you think you're so far away, you can't even comprehend that. And you might even feel resentment, and that feeling stops you from taking action because you feel like you're so far away and don't even know where to get started. Trust me, when you start making money and you start building your own stuff, you focus on your own projects, essentially, you're going to stop comparing yourself to them because you're going to be so deep in your work, you're going to be so busy that you're not even going to have time for that. You only compare yourself to others because you don't have enough momentum in your life to compare yourself to yourself yesterday. So start building that momentum today. That feeling of resentment is not going to go away like that. You need to create that momentum from scratch. The best way to get started and start building that momentum is to start creating content. Just share your skills and experiences that you already have. As you start growing your audience, little by little, that feeling of wanting to compare yourself to others is going to go away because you're going to be focused on building your own project, which leads me to a very, very important insight that I learned over all this time. And that is, do the things your own way. Build the products that you want to use yourself. It's very likely that other people will want to use them as well. And I believe that moving into the new social media landscape is the only way to achieve sustainable success long term. Cookie cutter, copy and paste courses won't make you successful. Just selling another course on how to grow on Instagram is a commodity. You can literally get the same course on Udemy for a few bucks. So why do people should buy from you, right? And this is not a business you want to run. You don't want to compete on price. That is why when you build a course for yourself that you like yourself and you attach your own story to that product, your product and your course no longer is a commodity because no one can compete with you since there's not going to be any product like that on the market. So when people like, know, and trust you and they have a problem that your product/course is going to solve, they will go to you and purchase your product rather than going to Udemy and buying a course on how to get six-pack abs in a week. Unique content, which is optimized for the algorithm, will grow your audience. Unique course, which is created through your own experiences, which also solves your audience problems, will sustainably make you money for months and years to come. And your willingness to constantly evolve and improve as a human will make those two things better and better over time. Again, guys, personal brand framework, free course down in the description below, as well as the Creator World, which is a paid program/community, helping you grow a powerful personal brand and showing you everything that I've done to make over $500,000 selling digital products, selling online courses in the past 15 months. Thank you so much for watching.